Alright, here we go. Welcome back, people. This is going to be part one of building an electric bike conversion kit. I'm going to make it as part 1, 2 and 3 and stuff, just so that way I don't have to squeeze it all into one massive insane long video, do loads of edits, and it take me ages to upload. So yeah, I'm going to do it through stages. So if you are new and you're interested in electric bike conversion kits, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be building this, showing you how to connect up the controller and stuff, and also showing you how to connect different types of throttles, a video on how to well, that was quite tight on there. Yeah, a video on how to wire up the controller, throttle, and all different types of stuff. I've got a playlist of electric bikes and e-scooters, or e-scooters and electric bikes. There's a playlist of just that, so you could always look through that if you're interested in trying to find something specific. But today, I'm gonna be removing this back wheel, as you can see here. So this is a 9-cog, 9-speed, however, 9-cassette, however you want to pronounce it. Everyone does it different. So I've got my conversion kit. I did an unboxing video on that, so you could always check it out if you're interested. But here's my new electric wheel right there, 1000 watts. So I'm going to take off this disc brake and put it onto there. I've got hydraulic disc brakes, and I'm going to be connecting up my own cables in my own way as a sensor. Wow, okay, my scooter just smashed into my TV, so I'm probably going to need a new TV. It's going to be an expensive video. My front room has become, for real, my front room has actually become, turned into a garage. I've got scooters everywhere, I've got electric bikes and parts, and oh wow, if I can try and move this scooter over a little bit. Let me just try and move that so it don't fall into the TV again. Okay, right, so I've got these are Torx. I think they're called Torx Allen keys, or I typed in online to find these. I just typed in start Allen key, so that's what yeah. All right, so anyway, let's see if that's the right one. Oh, look at that, that was a good guess. So we need the star Allen key to get off this disc brake, which I'm a little problem trying to get the Allen key in to start off with. So I'm gonna be putting the disc onto the new wheel. I've also got some new Continental tires. I'm gonna be putting those on as well. Let me just leave that like that for a sec. I had a pair of grips somewhere over here. Yeah, apologies for the mess. I'm just all over the place at the minute. I'm trying to fix my brother's scooter and trying to do this at the same time. So we do live streams with face cam and mic, playing games and stuff, but every now and again I like to show different electric bikes and scooters and stuff like that, try and help you guys out. If you are stuck trying to wire any controller up or any throttle or anything like that, leave it in the comment section below and I could always try and help you out. Okay, so there's that one loosened off. Let's loosen this one. Oh, I feel like the Allen key goes in better that way for some reason. I don't know why, so that's why I'm using this. Okay, there you go, that one's loosened. That one's loose. Just going to loosen them up, and then I might be able to use the other side of the Allen key after, hopefully. Don't really like star Allen keys, if I'm honest. I prefer it just to be a normal Allen key, but it is what it is. That's proper tight on there. I don't know if this is even going to fit, if I'm 100% honest. It could be too small. If it is, I'm going to have to buy a new disc brake, but take the camera up a little bit so you guys can see. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, we also now have memberships, just to mention that. So if you want to become a member, click the link in the description below if you want to support the channel a little bit more. If not, by hitting that subscribe button. If you are able to share the content, please do, because it does help me grow as a content creator. I appreciate everyone who does do that. This is going to take a short minute. This is exactly why I wanted to do it as separate parts. So I've got this little silver piece. To be honest, I've never seen that on a disc brake before, but as it was there, I will put it back. I'm going to put the screws to one side. Looks like two of them hold two of them. That little silver thing. I'm not sure the proper terms of the name of it, or even if it's supposed to be there, because as I said, I've never seen it before. So the new conversion kit I brought cost me £272. I'm going to be showing more of that wheel in a sec once I get these undone and get this disc off. But yeah, I brought it as a conversion kit. I brought my own separate battery, and brought some new Continental tyres. And what else did I buy? Oh yeah, I brought, well I didn't actually, well I did buy it, but I bought it a long time ago. I also brought some brake sensors, even though the kit did come with brakes itself, but they're cable brakes. And for the fact of how fast this bike's going to be, once I get this conversion all set up, because it's going to be a really quick bike, I'm going to need some really good brakes. So that's why I want to keep my hydraulic brakes. So I'm going to make a separate video on connecting up the hydraulic brake system. Yeah, it's normal hydraulic brakes, but I'm going to have to connect the cables and stuff myself. So as I said, I will make a separate video on how to do that. So just in case you guys want to do it yourself. Now, to buy the actual electric brakes for a hydraulic system, they're around about £90. So yeah, not the cheapest thing to buy, but I guess if you've got money, it's not a problem. But I'm trying to keep this bike under a certain amount of money, so I'm not spending too much. And I brought a battery from China, just a little cheap battery. It's not the best, if I'm honest, but it would do the job. And maybe over time, I probably, if the battery ain't that great, which I don't have too many high hopes for it, but if the battery isn't that great, then I will eventually end up buying a new, better battery. But for now, I just bought a standard battery just for building this kit, just to see how well this kit does work. Alright, so I've taken that off. Now we can move this to one side. I am going to need the inner tube out of that wheel in a moment, but for now, let's bring over the new electric wheel. So over on the other side, I got a 9-speed system. Look how beautiful that looks. Nice and clean. Alright, ain't got any scratches on it yet, but it definitely will. I think I'm going to use the original screws that are on this bike, to be honest, because I feel like that would probably be the best bet. I think that's actually a smaller one. So let's drop down the size. Is that the one? There we go, that's the one. Alright, so yeah, when I ordered this wheel, I made sure that I was able to put a disc onto the wheel. Even though it did say in the description that you can put your own disc brake on, I even messaged the seller just to be safe, just to 100% make sure, because some of these older conversion kits, they are V-brakes. And V-brakes, let me take the camera up a little bit more. The V-brakes on an electric bike, I don't think is a good idea. Not at all. I have done it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just because you do need some really good brakes. Especially, it's not too bad if you've got like a 250 watt, or maybe, yeah, I wouldn't say much more than 250 watt system. As a 250 watt system, to use V-brakes could be fine, because you're not getting crazy speeds. But when you go to a 500 watt, or in my case right now, a 1000 watt system, you want good brakes. You want amazing brakes. So I'm hoping what I'm doing is gonna fit, because otherwise I'm gonna have to cut the video, order one, wait for it to turn up, then there's gonna be a delay on me posting out this video. So with a bit of luck, it fits. It doesn't actually say to me what size the disc brake is, but I think they're all pretty similar. Well, actually, it should fit because of one main reason, actually, thinking about it. This wheel, this conversion kit wheel that I brought, is a 27.5 inch wheel. Most of them are 26, but you can get them in 29 as well. But my bike is actually the wheel that was already on there was a 27.5-inch wheel, and I've now replaced it with an electric back wheel rear motor, but this one is 27.5 as well, so technically, because of that reason, it should fit. Alright, we're getting there. Looks like that little round piece comes off. I'm not sure if I have to keep that off or whether it stays on there. We'll have a look, we'll check it out, we'll see. Okay. Right. Because this part, I know this part will come off, I can see that, but I don't know if it's supposed to stay on there. Looks like, it feels like a bit of plastic. I don't think it is supposed to be on there. I don't know. Let me get this disc. And we will see. Is it supposed to stay on there, or? I don't know, maybe it might be. It might be. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 screws in just to hold it, and then I'm going to put it onto the bike and quickly check it. That's the best thing to do. Oh wow, it's moving. I didn't screw it in properly, that's why, Bubbles. Alright, let's try that again. Hold on. Screw it in more. Yeah, then once I put that on the bike, I'll see how it sits, and if it doesn't sit right, then I know I have to take that piece of plastic off. That's the way to tell. I do these mistakes so that way you guys don't have to. I'm really looking forward to getting it completely built and taking it out and seeing how it does on the roads. Alright, let's get the wheel. It's got some weight to it, that's for sure. Let's sit it down. Okay, got to undo the bolts, both sides, unscrew it, and this side. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I think it is supposed to come off. It looks like it's a little bit. Looks like it is a little bit bigger. Let me just unscrew that for a minute. That's it in there. No, it's too big, so I'm going to take it off. It looks like it's too big to fit in there, so let me I'll put that nut and bolt to one side for a sec. Let's take this back off. So these are the little silly bits I have to do. I'm looking more forward to wiring up the controller and wiring up my new throttle, because the throttle on these conversion kits on the actual controller itself only has 3 wires. My throttle has 5, so, well, at least my new throttle is going to have 5, so because of that reason I am going to be messing around with the wires and stuff, and I will be making videos on how I'm wiring up the new throttle. I've done a video on showing the controller and stuff, so alright, let's see if I can try and get this. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to do it really tight. I think that is going to be right now. I'm hoping. It does look like this wheel could be slightly big for my frame, and if it is, I'm going to have to bend the frame out from the bottom. I hope I don't have to do that, but if I do, then I'm going to have to. That one's really stiff to go in there. The other one went in really easy. That one, not so much. Okay, there we go. Not doing it really tight, just tight enough for a second. Okay, let's try it again. Not quite sitting in there. Not quite going in into there. There we go. There is on that side there. There is a washer. Don't know if I should really pull that out a little bit. I'll take that washer off. Let me move that washer over. It's best to take it off. There we go. That's that side. Let me just get these so I can just turn that a little bit. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, it is rubbing, but that's the disc. That's the disc itself that's rubbing, so I'm not too bothered about that, to be honest, because that I can always adjust that by the brakes itself. Okay, but it fits though, so that's the main thing. Let's take that up. Alright, so we're now going to screw in these. Let me take the camera up. We're now going to screw the rest of these in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off the tyre and the inner tube as well off the other wheel. I've got a new Continental tyre that I'm going to be putting on, but I'm going to be needing the old inner tube out of the other wheel that I've got, because I didn't buy a spare inner tube. But I didn't bother to buy one just because that one is fine, so I'm just going to swap it over. Then comes my watch, comes off. Let's move that to one side for a sec. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a process to build it, but as I said, I have fun doing these and I do like it as well. I've built them before, conversion kits. I mess around with electric scooters, doing different things with them, repairs and stuff, and I make videos of it. And this is probably the most simplest thing to do, but if you don't know how, it's not simple. If you don't know what you're doing, it makes things very difficult. For me, obviously, I know what I'm doing. I don't have a degree in electrics or anything like that, if I'm honest, but I've messed around with electric bikes and scooters for so long that I pretty much know everything about them. And not just this specific wheel. This one is MTX, but not just specifically this wheel. I know quite a bit about them for all different types of conversions. I've had before the V-brakes one. I've had this one now. I had another one that my friend had that I worked on for a little while. I also had a 2000 or 3000 watt system that I also worked on back on in the day. Unfortunately, don't really have videos of that, but anyway, there is our new disc on our new wheel. So we got that sorted. Again, for the brakes, how to connect up the wires and stuff, I'm going to be making my own little adaptation thing there. Keep an eye out for that video. It will be coming soon. Let's let the air out of this one though. I am definitely going to need to get a new chain for my bike as well. So my bike is a Carrera, and I brought it from Halfords. I don't even know how long ago it was. Maybe like 2 years, close to 3 years old, this bike. So this is just the bike that I've chosen. Obviously you don't have to have the same bike as me, or even the same conversion kit as me. It doesn't even have to be the same brand. As long as you're copying the steps that I'm doing with the converter and wiring up the battery and that sort of thing, it will still work on other lower kits like 250 watt and 150, 100 watt and all that kind of stuff. As long as you're connecting the wires up the same, That's really the main thing. All right, so let's get this tyre off. I'm not really too bothered about if I damage this one, to be honest, because this tyre is not going to be, it's not going to be used after I get it off. So I did have another screwdriver around somewhere, and now I've lost it. That's typical. Let me get a big Allen key to hold that. So you can actually get tyre levers and that kind of thing to pull it off, but me myself, I've always done it this way. It's quite an old-fashioned, old-school way to do it, if I'm honest, but I've always done it like this. It's always worked out. On the rare occasion, I do pop the inner tube. I didn't pop it then. It's just air coming out. Okay, that Allen key's a little too big to get in there. I need to try and bend it more. Come on. Nope. Let me try this one. Trying to do it so you guys can see as well. Like, I know, again, it's quite a simple thing to take off a tyre, but I do have a few friends who actually don't know how to do it, so not everybody knows how to do it. It's easy when you know how to. It's when you don't know how to, that's when it makes things difficult. Okay, that might be enough leverage for me to pull. Close, not quite, but it's close. This tyre is absolutely battered. This tyre has been on the bike since I've had it. Okay, so let's unscrew this part of the valve, otherwise we'll rip it off. Okay, there we go. And then push that through the inner tube, and there we go, we have it off. Now this part here on the inside of this rim, I'm kind of tempted to take this part out and maybe use this part as, nah, actually I don't even need to, because under there, under this yellow trim here, you got the screws, but on the new wheel it doesn't have that. You've got this bit of tape, but if you move that, they're down inside this little gap here. They're in that hole, so it can't pierce it, which is probably actually, well, not probably, it is actually better. So yeah, I'm gonna be all right. Okay, so my new Continental, let's get it open. These tyres are not cheap, believe me, but they're very good tyres and they last well. They come folded, then you just unfold them and put them on your rim, which we're about to do in a second. Let me grab the inner tube. So here's the inner tube. Oh wow, I must have repaired that. Don't even remember that. If I knew that, then I definitely 100% would have replaced it. Oh well. I don't have another inner tube, so there's no point stressing about it. We just got to go with it. All right, let's straighten out this tyre. There we go. Perfect. Well, it's got to keep bending. And let me get the tube kind of sat in there. Always make sure the tube is not twisted. That's probably your most important thing. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the tube on the wheel first. Just don't want it twisted. Okay, let's put the valve through first. There we go. And then I'm going to put this around the wheel. There's all different ways to put on tyres, just to mention. There's not a specific way. I'm going to put this little screw back on the valve so it holds my inner tube in place for me. Yeah, there's all different ways to put on tyres. There's not a specific way to do it. when I put on my front tyre, which is a new Continental that I put on there, I ended up putting the tyre on wrong, so I had to redo it all over again. So I don't want to do that again, hopefully not. Right, that looks like it's the right way. That'd twist round actually, that'd be the backwards, so we have to turn it this way. I think it's going to be this way. Let me see. You go like that, then we turn it round. Yeah, okay, I think that's going to be right. So let me get the bottom part in first with the valve, couldn't even speak, where the valve is. And then we'll push the inner tube into the tyre. Yeah, these parts are all easy, and you're probably looking forward to actually seeing the kit being built and me wiring and stuff, but I know this part is kind of boring, but I can't skip it. It has to be done, and I wanted to show the build from the very beginning to the very end. So that's why I'm showing everything. I don't want to miss anything out, just in case people say, okay, I got the wheel, but I don't know how to put a tyre on, or could be something else, you never know. So if I show everything, okay, the inner tube is not twisted, so that's good. Let's move the wheel around. Need to get the valve near the valve. I always try and get the valve part of the inner tube in first. I feel like that's the best way to go. Again, I don't know. Like, I'm not a professional. I just changed a lot of tyres in my time, that's all. Okay, I think we're almost there now. I need to take the tyre off of there a little bit and get it more on up here. And then I'll put pressure down near the valve to keep it in place. I really cannot wait until I get this out on the road. It's going to be absolutely insanely fast. It's going to be great fun. Okay, there's that part. Get more of the tyre in there, follow it round. It's come out at the bottom a little bit, which is near the valve, so I'm going to have to do that bit real quick down here. There we go. Keeps popping out. Definitely is a lot easier when you've got two people helping you. This wheel has got some serious weight to it as well. I need that inner tube to be inside this tyre. Keeps coming out of the tyre. There we go. I'm sorry if the camera angle's not right. I've got the camera on my chest, so sometimes I don't always get the right camera angles, especially when I'm not looking at the camera and I'm looking at what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm sorry if camera angle's all a little bit strange right now. I would have loved to have changed that inner tube if I knew about that. Oh, I just pulled it off. Oh, Bubbles, what are you doing, man? Yeah, if I knew about it having a repair, I would have definitely brought a new tube. But clearly I forgot. I don't even remember changing that, to be honest. No lie. I actually don't even remember getting a punch on this back wheel. Right, that's oh gosh, I was gonna say that's majority of it on. I'm making it look a lot harder than what it is. I think it is slightly harder though, replacing or changing a tyre or inner tube on an electric wheel, just because it's, as I said, the weight of it, there's so much more weight to it compared to a normal wheel, which that does make it a little bit harder. So I'm going to see if I can try and pull it all on by hand. I probably ain't going to, but try and get as much on it well, as much by hand onto the wheel as I possibly can, then that'd probably be the last little bit. Oh no, perfect. Got the whole thing on. Wow. What are we at? 30 minutes in. Okay, right. I think is what I'm going to do is I will end the video there, and then I'll be making another video next. The next video, this is obviously part 1. The next video is going to be part 2 of me. I'm going to be putting on the wire and the wire for the motor and the controller onto the bike. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to be doing next, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on seeing that. There we go. As I say, it does sound a little bit cranky. That is because I do need to adjust that disc brake, which I will do that. But other than that, let's put these bolts back on. So we've got this little edge bit here. I'm going to face that inwards. Let me quickly show you that. Like so. And then obviously we'll tighten up that bolt. Just like that. Then over to here, we've got the same bolt again with the edge. That's going to be going inwards. And then we have a washer. That's going on next. And then we have the nut. How tight should you do it? I always go hand tight. What am I talking about? I always try and tighten it up quite a lot. Like I'll probably go a little bit over the top with it, if I'm honest, when I'm tightening them up. But you can pull these caps off so you can get to the bolt. And then the same as this side, this cap here, pull it off and tighten up the bolt. Yeah, I do go a little bit over the top when tightening those up, but I do that just so that way it don't ever come off. So yeah, part 1 of my electric bike conversion kit. There's all the wires and cables and all that kind of stuff there. Keep an eye out for the next video that will be coming soon. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. And we got 2. That one's new. That one's Continental. We now got a Continental on the back. We got the wheel on. So we've got to put the battery, the converter, the throttle, the brake connectors. Yeah, we've got a little bit left to do yet. So keep an eye out for that video. If you can share the content, please do. It definitely does help. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. Keep an eye out for the next one coming very soon. We'll catch you people again soon for some more fun and games. I am out.